percents. You're probably familiar with percents, but did you know that the word percent comes from two words, per, which means to divide, and cent? There's 100 cents in a dollar. So it's the parts out of 100. So for example, if you have 27 people out of 100, what percent prefers brand A? Well, that 27 is out of 100. So when you think of it like that, or write it like that, it's 27 per 100, or 27 per cent. And this 100 is really important when it comes to percents, because percents are based on 100. And that gives us all kinds of ways to use them to convert from percents to decimals or vice versa. There's actually two main ways. So one way is to change to a decimal, from percent to a decimal. We could take this 3,500, or my bad, this 35%, and think of it as 35 per 100, which just means divide by 100. Let's go ahead and do that. And we get 0.35. But this is not the way I'm going to do it. And here's the reason why. Since this per 100, there's a decimal on the end. Well, I can take that decimal and move it to where there's a 1, which means I move the two places to the left. If I take this decimal and move it 2 places to the left, I end up with 0.35 over 1. Anything divided by 1 is itself, which gives us the other way. You move the decimal 2 places to the left. And if you want to keep that in mind, when you say your alphabet, PD, D's decimal, P's percent, D comes before P, decimal before percent. So if you want to go from a percent to a decimal, you go to the left. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to go to the left. And just keep in mind, percent is based on the 100, and there's how many zeros in 100? 2. So that's why we're going to go 2 places to the left. So I'm going to erase this and do the next ones. 0.3%. I'm going to take that decimal, I'm going to move it 2 places to the left, throwing zeros as placeholders. So it becomes 0.003. So moving it 2 places to the left, 1, 2, throwing a 0. So for the 7.8%, take the decimal, move it 2 places to the left, throwing a 0. And there's 2%. I'm going to write it down. Everything's getting jumbled up. 2%. There's a decimal on the end of the percent sign, or of the 2 in front of the percent sign. Take that 2 and you move it 2 places to the left. Throwing a 0. 0.02. 123%. There's a decimal there. Move it 2 places to the left and you get 1.23. That should not surprise you because it's more than 100%, so our answer should be more than 1. Now this is one a lot of people miss. 4/5%. What you want to do is first take the 4/5, find the decimal, which is 0.8, but the percent is still there. All thing we've done is convert the fraction to a decimal. Now we're going to convert the percent to a decimal by taking that decimal and moving it 2 places to the left. So 4/5% actually equals 0.008. So be aware of that. This time we're going to go the opposite direction. We're going to go from a decimal to a percent. So instead of dividing by 100, we're going to multiply by 100. Or, which is what I prefer, move the decimal 2 places to the right. Once again, decimal, D becomes for P, so from D to P, we're going to go to the right. 100 has 2 zeros, so 2 places. Now here's how you're doing. You can take that 0.34 and times it by 100 if you want to. I don't want to, but I'm going to. 0.34 times it by 100, and you get 34. Here's what I'd rather do. Move the decimal 2 places to the right. This one, move the decimal 2 places to the right. What do you get? 3 point. Which I don't need that point because it's understood to be there. So it becomes 3%. I forgot my percent sign there. Don't forget your percent symbols. Take this 4, this 0.4, move it 2 places to the right. Got 0 on the as a placeholder for missing places, becomes 40%. 1.7, move it 2 places to the right, that becomes 170%. The 2 has a decimal in the end, we don't see it, so I'm going to write it in. 2 places to the right, guess what that equals? 200%. Yes, you're going to have percents over 100, in case you're wondering. And that's all you're doing.